Welcome to Stephen King Saturday, continuing on with Nightmares and Dreamscapes, episode 2, Crotch End.
Crouch.
You got your crotch and you got your end.
Crotch end.
And when they come together, it's crotch end.
Crotch end.
When you put your up the. No.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
The end for your crotch.
It's
It's like a threat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is Crotch's end.
Oh my god, half this video is just crotch jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. How about crotch bend?
Okay.
No. Alright, so in this episode, I don't have a lot to say about this episode, so I'm trying to fill it with crotch jokes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I didn't know you were going to be so crotchety about it.
Bro, crotchety.
So, Jim from. So, yeah, the show we're watching currently on MGM is called From. And the actor that plays Jim in From
is in this. Yeah.
He's kind of a dickish, but like not too bad. I don't know. He's just kind of like a lame boyfriend.
But he's
fine
weird.
At first, but then once he gets agitated
once the
by
pressure happens.
Crotch end.
Yeah, he cracks under the pressure and kind of turns into an asshole.
Kind of turns into a crotch.
Kind of turns into a crotch head.
Yeah, crotch head.
Yeah.
And then we got good old Claire Ferlini, whatever, freaking Brandy from Mallrats in here. So there's only 2 people that are noteworthy here, because that's pretty much the only 2 people we see in this episode, outside of like a cat with half a face playing Phantom of the Opera, right?
Yep, he's little Eric.
Yep. Okay, so man, this episode's really lame. I really don't like how it's directed. I don't think that, I don't know. I just feel like all the horror doesn't really work because of like how it's shot, but also like, I just feel like the story is very run of the mill, kind of tropey, and doesn't really go anywhere. And when the ending happens, you're just kind of like, what?
I remember seeing this when I was younger, and I like the story. I think that it has like I like the where is everybody feel, and the like them going to a place that's where the veil is thin, and then there's weird things that can happen. But I do think that the direction isn't great, and I think that obviously now the effects are like super bad, so that like impacts it a bit. But I feel like if it had different direction and like had gone with more practical effects for some things, even though I know that like in the end it would be hard to do like practical effects for like the tentacles or whatever, but I think it could have been kind of cool, honestly. It gives me, that the where is everybody, right? Like that's the part that I think I like the most about it.
So I think that's it though. It's like the story has potential. It's just how it's executed. Like, there's cool ideas here, but they're just ideas I've seen before, just done better in other places, and nothing new to add here. It goes for this, like, Lovecraftian vibe, and, it's got the where is everybody flavor to it, and obviously when I hear Crouch's End, I'm going to think of Hobbs' End, because it's, very similar, and that's Lovecraft as well. So In the Mouth of Madness is how you do this right.
Right, yeah.
And Crouch End is how you do this subpar. So,
yeah,
I just feel like because of the potential of what this could be, with this creepy town, no one's in it, and there's all this like lore and history around it, and everyone in town is afraid of it, and you go there and it's hard to get out, and there's the veil, and you can pockets of interdimensional pockets that are torn in the fabric because it's like a leather ball or whatever. Like, all that stuff is fine. It's just when the horror happens, it's all just eye rolly.
Yeah, the horror doesn't work well, and I feel like we needed to see more of like the denizens too. Like we get the kids, we get the cat like a million times, which I guess the cat is kind of like, I'm not really sure honestly what the cat represents. I thought it was supposed to be like whatever the deity, whatever the entity that is keeping everybody there, like keeping that place the way it is. I thought it was that, but then
It's the black sludge.
It was weird.
That's what's controlling everything, and is like
yeah, but like
living.
When she's in the tunnel, there's that giant creature next to her, but it has the cat's face.
So what I got from that, the thing in the little tunnel.
Yeah.
Anytime I see a tunnel now, especially like
one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men, for anyone who doesn't get the reference. What I found that to be is, so right before that thing opens up like a crotch, right? Little vortex vagina. Mm-hmm. And it sucks all these things in. The kids, the motorcycle werewolf gang or whatever the fuck, and the cat. And then this thing comes up to her and touches her on the shoulder. And I think that's supposed to be like an amalgamation of all of what got sucked into like one entity.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would make sense then, that it's all combined, because it's like the werewolf like
body.
The werewolf, like, what are they called? Motorcyclists, like motorcycle gang. Yeah, and then it has the kid's like hand and yeah. I guess that makes sense then. But it's named Lonnie at the end,
and it's got the cat's disfigurement.
Yeah.
As well, so yeah, it's an amalgamation of all of those things. As far as the cat at the end, we'll get there, but I don't know. Yeah, the wife is like super superstitious. Yes. It doesn't really play in to this all that much outside of like he jokes about his death and then he takes it back. So like, aren't you supposed to like get away with that if you do take it back? Because
no,
I mean superstitions are so fucking dumb anyway. But like, I just don't feel like it plays into this all that interestingly.
I think that what it does, the only thing that it does, is it sets her up to be like an unreliable person to her husband, so that he's like when she's getting these bad feelings and being like, oh, we shouldn't be here, we should go, like, right. He doesn't believe her. And
also that she's very susceptible to accept this faster than he would.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah, those are the two things that it does.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, the CGI on the cat's face is top tier for sure. Yep. Dick move on the taxi driver's part to be like, you shouldn't be here, and then they like turn around and he's gone, and it's like,
I don't think he really went anywhere. I think it was just like they phased out.
I was wondering if like he was just kind of sitting there and then they like disappeared on him,
and then he eventually drove off. Yeah,
he doesn't drive away because they would have heard him drive off, right? So, like, I was just thinking, though, that if he, like, snuck out of there, he's like, you shouldn't be here. I'll get you out of here. And then they're like, oh, she goes to, like, get the husband, and he drives off. He's like, suckers!
That'd be so mean. No,
Suck my crotch.
It's like what she was saying about how, like, there's pockets, so it's like it opens and closes. So that's what happened with him. Like, that's why he could even take them there, is because there happened to be, like, an open channel, which, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other Jamaican dude was just like, no, you're not going there.
No, he was like, I'm not going to drive you.
They got in the right, like, why would you take him there? Like, that's what I don't understand.
He wants money?
The guy, but he doesn't get the money. He says there's still like $12.50 on the till. So, like, what would be the reason if he's like, you shouldn't be here? Why would he take him there?
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because, like, he does at first seem like, oh, maybe he's a part of it. Like, he's taking him there.
That would make sense.
But then he warns her about it and is like, this is a bad place. So, yeah, I don't really know why he takes them there, other than maybe he was thinking, like, I don't care about these like two dumb Americans, and then like after listening to them and like talking more,
He's
he
like,
starts
wait,
to
the
be
wife's kind of hot.
yeah, right.
I guess it's like they could tell us that though in a way, right? It would be pretty easy to convey of like stupid Americans, like I'll get rid of them, and then like she's like a sweetheart, and then he's like, fuck. Yeah. Like, I was okay with you coming here before, but now I got to know you. I like you, and I don't want you to die. Come back with me. And she's like, I can't. And you got to. Okay, I'll get my husband. And then she turns around, the car's gone. That would have been cool, right? But I don't know. I just don't really like how anything's executed in here for sure. Not even the husband. So you were saying that the names that were for some reason being read aloud?
Yeah, that were like on the shops and
those
stuff.
Those were Lovecraftian.
I don't know. Yeah, like Yog-Sothoth. I don't know all the like Lovecraftian like mythos because there's a lot and they're all like weird names. Yeah. But I recognized them, so I don't know.
Are you kidding? I've had like 3 clients with that name.
Dude, pretty much. I don't know if they're based on anything like in real life, like other things, like because obviously the whole thing with this town is druids. I didn't think they were. I thought that Lovecraft like made all those up. So I don't know if this is like an homage. I mean, I would assume it's an homage to Lovecraft, or it's just tying into like some Lovecraft thing. I don't know. I have no idea.
Awesome input. Thank you, Kaylee.
You're welcome.
Now that we're done with our expert testimony here, we'll move on to more crotch jokes. So yeah, we got, I mean, it makes sense because the next thing we see after that scene is like a straight up tentacle monster from a Lovecraft story. The CGI in that is also top tier. Mm-hmm. Really gives good. Avatar: The Way of Water a run for its money.
Dude, why'd they even bother with that movie?
Why did they even bother? And then, yeah, I mean, the sludge that kind of like takes her shoe back, that reminded me of the raft from Creepshow 2.
Yeah.
Right? I beat you. And it just slowly takes them away. That's all I could think about when I saw that little black sludge. Is whatever the hell that thing is. I always got the impression that was the Venus flytrap from the animation, but like it grew some kind of something over it in the water. I don't know. And then the cat is Lonnie at the end. Like, I don't really know what this is saying because, okay, first question when it comes to that, maybe only question. I honestly don't care. This is the only one I care about. Like, did the cops who brought that cat in? Okay, I do have a few questions, but this is the most important one. The cops who brought that cat in, because they said they just found him today, named him Lonnie. Like, they're just intending. Okay, I got to keep on track now because now I'm coming up with too many questions. But the one I really want answered is, are they seeing the open wound on its face, and are they not like seeking medical attention for that cat?
No,
or she's the only one who's seeing it,
but they can't. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm like,
are you 100%?
I'm close because she sees the bikers like when they're out. She like sees them phase into their like true forms or whatever. So I think that she's able to see what that looks like, but they don't see that. They just see a normal cat. Because, otherwise they wouldn't be like, this is just our cat that's, like, mangled and disfigured. Like, found on the side of the road.
We don't have it's not in the budget to get this cat fixed.
It'd be awful. Like,
Number
I know his
2,
skull's exposed.
Is the cat staying at the police station overnight? Like, it's just going to live there? Or is, like, one of them taking him home?
No, it's living there.
It's just living there? Is that, you think that's, like against code?
Yeah.
They can have Dalmatians over at the firehouse, right?
They can't.
That's probably not a thing anymore. Yeah. They still have Dalmatians at some, like,
I don't know.
Like traditionally.
I've never been to a firehouse.
Well, this cat is disfigured and they need to get him to a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Have his face and his crotch inspected immediately because whoa. And as far as the Lonnie thing goes, did they like, he like sent it telepathically to them, the monster, the sludge monster.
No, it's like
How did they come up with the name Lonnie?
I don't know.
Or
I think
are they trying to hint that she's still in Crouch End?
it might be that. I was kind of thinking that like, but I also was thinking maybe it's just that the influence has like a radius, right, where there's like strangeness happening, even though they're not in Crouch End, they're like near it. Because obviously she does, get out and sees that old couple, and like, there's other cars and stuff. So I think that they are just like mildly influenced to name it Lonnie. And it's Lonnie.
It's Lonnie.
Yeah.
Lonnie Elam from Halloween.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have, as I said, I don't got a lot to say about this one. The husband's like kind of a dick, but not really all that bad. And she is like slapping him, and like they're getting, I don't know, the tension between them didn't feel real. Mm-hmm. Like I just kind of kept being like, I don't know, like you're scared, but he's not doing anything too terrible to where she would be like, what's wrong with you? And why have you changed? Mm-hmm. And you just kind of felt like scared and maybe just confused. And that's like is the worst he got.
Yeah.
And I was kind of underwhelmed by that. I would definitely like to have seen him
like break down more.
Yeah, like punch her in the crotch. All right, I'm done with the crotch jokes. Now I'm moving on to couch jokes. Because we watched this from the couch. Watching Couch and Crouch End.
On the couch.
Crouch.
Yeah, Crouch.
I'm done. I'm done with it all. Anything more to say?
No, not really. I don't think there's much more to say, to be honest. If you should just watch In the Mouth of Madness.
Okay. No, I do have a question. So, what is up with the phone call? So, this guy lures them there for what? Why is the dude trying to get them to crouch in?
I mean, they're talking about like the cab driver tells them that like there was like sacrifices there and stuff.
Right.
Which made me think that they were going to be a sacrifice. So
they're being offered up as sacrificial lambs.
Maybe there needs to be like a sacrifice in order for like a larger catastrophe to happen.
Wouldn't the guy who called him for taking them to Crouch End, wouldn't he be aware, as everyone there seems to be, that transportation, it was going to be very hard to come by?
Or it's not even really his boss that he's talking to.
It's just Crouch End's calling him.
End
but even
like
then, it's like,
out to them.
How many taxi drivers do you actually think are going to take him there? With the kind of like visceral reaction the other dude has, it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And he like just peels out. I just have a feeling, and the way the older couple responds to when she comes out and like, go get away from us. She's been to the that place. I don't know. I feel like it's a long shot that they could even get there.
Yeah.
But like, what was the point? They're just, no one will go there anymore. So now it has to manipulate.
Like bring people to.
But don't you think they would be doing that with like more people than that? Like a lot of tourists would be lured in there.
Maybe it doesn't have like the power that it used to, because like that thing happened in like the 30s or whatever.
It would have been cool if like the taxi driver was like no, and then like he hears like a voice over the radio that's like compelling him to do it, or like threatening him or something, and he's like gets scared and he's like, all right, I'll take you, and they're like, what was that?
Yeah.
Right. Like I just feel like I could write this 10 times better. There's just nothing all that interesting. That ends up happening. Like it's an interesting setup that goes nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it leaves us with very little talk about the amount of times that we like. If I had that CGI face cat in my movie, I would not option to show it like 7 times. Yeah,
the same shot too, pretty much.
It's just like, bro,
it's a bit gratuitous.
It's terrible.
Right, but they were like proud of it. Like, look at his face. He's a cute cat.
Was he though?
Yeah.
He had half his face missing.
Cute.
All right. Crouch and crouch, crotch,
Couch.
crouch.
Crouch end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the next one is. So we'll see you next week for that, whatever it is.
All right.
All right, guys.